name is Elizabeth Fox, and I am the librarian for Health and Nutritional Sciences. This series of videos is intended to introduce you to several aspects of research and the resources the library has. Let me start by saying that one of the resources we have is me. At any point, if you have questions about your research, you are welcome to call, email, or stop in the library to talk to me. My work hours are generally Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, but I do work the occasional evening or Sunday, and those may change my regular hours. I'll show you how to make an appointment shortly if you want to meet with me face-to-face. Let's start with our Health and Nutrition Science Research Guide. To get to the research guides, start at the library's webpage, https://www.sdstate.edu/library. Click on the white button below the search bar labeled Research Guides. From the list of guides, you can choose the guide you want to look at. I'll scroll down to the H's, and here is the Health and Nutrition Sciences Research Guide. This guide is intended to pull together many of the resources that are particularly good for these fields. However, because these fields have so much overlap with other fields, we link to other guides that might also be useful for some topics. Don't be shy of using the guides for other disciplines. We also have some how-to guides. Note that there is a guide to EndNote that is a good supplement to the videos on using EndNote you will watch for this class. I mentioned in my introduction that I'd show you how to make an appointment with me. On the main page of the guide, I have my profile, which includes a link to my email and a button to schedule an appointment with me. On each page in this guide, there is a smaller box with those two elements. If you click on the box to schedule an appointment, you get a calendar that allows you to choose a date. The system will check my calendar and find the times I am available. Choose a time that works for you, and I'll get an email about the appointment. If you give me as much detail about your question as possible, I will usually be able to do some experimenting before you come and answer your question better. There are different tabs on the guide that give you different kinds of information. The second tab covers tips and tricks of searching. I'll just touch on this information, and the next video will actually put some of these tips to work in searching databases. The first box on this page gives a brief overview of the research process. Some of it may seem obvious, but if you start having problems, you might want to check through this and see if you have missed a step that can help you solve your problem. Truncation and wildcards can be very useful. While most databases do this automatically now, you can get multiple forms of a word by doing truncation yourself. For instance, if I'm searching for information on libraries or librarians and something, I can take the root of libraries and librarians, L-I-B-R-A-R, and put an asterisk behind it, and I get library, libraries, librarian, librarians, librarianship, etc. Most databases do the other forms of truncation shown on the guide automatically, but you can still do them yourself if you are unsure. Grouping items can also be valuable. I'm going to focus on grouping words into a phrase here. Rather than searching the word South and the word Dakota separately, which is what would happen if you just type South Dakota, you can put the phrase in quotation marks, and the database will search the phrase South Dakota. Searching that phrase will prevent you from getting information on the Dakota people in South Minnesota. While Boolean searching is useful and important, I'm not going to cover it here. The most common use of Boolean is the word and. Databases now add the word and between every word you type in, unless it is in quotation marks. Note that you can use the words or as well as not to combine terms. Check the guide for more information on these words. I'd also like to point out one more thing. You can create a personal account in many of our database systems. By doing this, you can save articles or books you find so you can access them later. You can also save searches and run them later. Most systems also allow you to schedule your searches, and the system would then email you the results. This allows you to get any new articles on your topic regularly.